And 9 News reporter Evan Krugel shows us how the ongoing conflict is making this year's celebration a bit different at Denver synagogues.
A New Year's celebration is often a chance to turn over a new leaf and look forward.
Families getting together, going to synagogue, prayers, big meals. It's a really exciting day.
But Rabbi Menachem Siderson says the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, also invites reflection.
It's not just about looking forward to the new year. It's about looking back at what happened in the past year.
Last year's Rosh Hashanah happened just days before Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th and killed more than 1,200 people. It was the deadliest attack against Jews since the Holocaust. A year later, the turmoil in the Middle East only appears to be escalating.
I just don't think anyone thought we would be here. And now as we come to the new year and it looks like this new year is going to contain some of the same elements of last year, I think that's a big awakening for some people.
Rabbi Siderson says that will be a main focus of his service tonight and tomorrow.
I think that really crystallizes what we're thinking going into this Rosh Hashanah. Yes, there's a lot of fear. Yes, there's a lot of unknown, but God is reminding us within all that, I'm there for you. We never know what's going to happen. Everything is hidden at the beginning of the year for everyone. But again, we go into it with the faith that God is in control.
Rabbi Siderson says one member of the congregation has already been called up into the Israeli Defense Force following those events this week. It is something he says will certainly be weighing on the minds of those at those services, which begin tonight just after 6 o'clock.
Wow. Okay, so listen, Evan, I can't imagine the feelings that a lot of, that you witnessed at the synagogue. And, this is supposed to be a time where we practice Rosh Hashanah and celebrate Rosh Hashanah in our house. Shana Tova to everybody else that are celebrating and honoring the holiday. So did they talk about how and I know you brought it up, the reflection of the previous year and then what you hope for the new year? Did they talk about any of those reflections?
Yeah, he said it's an interesting situation because they're looking back on this year that they certainly didn't anticipate. And they thought, hey, by this point next year, we'll probably be looking into a more peaceful 2025, right? But in this way, it's certainly not the case based on what we've already seen this week. He said it's a really serious event already, so it's not like the entire tone has changed. The mood hasn't necessarily shifted in terms of how they'll be celebrating, but he said it's certainly something that's weighing on their minds as they begin this holiday season.
I can't imagine. And also, I just wanted to ask you really quickly about the individual who's being called into the reserves. Yeah. Had they left yet?
They're already actually in Israel, so they kind of spend half their time in Denver and half the time there is what it sounds like. And so the parents live right here in Denver and are now dealing with this. Again, this is something we saw a lot of following those initial October 7th events, now maybe starting to see it again here as this conflict continues to escalate.
Right. Thank you so much, Evan. Appreciate you. And our thoughts and prayers to everyone in the region.